want to play some games, and if I'm going to play some games, might as well stream it. Yeah, we'll just go random for the first one. Really take in the dynamic of it all. So, it's Rattata Spotlight Hour, and the bonus, I believe, is Evolution Experience, which isn't something I normally go for, but since it's doubled anyways, if I like get through all my catches, I definitely don't mind hopping on in and doing some of those, especially because like Rattata's cheap enough that I can go through with all that. Alright, so 4th shell Pokemon of the night. Yeah, I don't. The whole reason I popped the instance was like because of the last time I did a Spotlight Hour of experience. There wasn't anything to do, even with the whole. There wasn't too much to go in Pokemon Go without the incense, but even it feels like I'm caught up, even with the incense. All right. So I think the best thing to go for with this is anything to round out the team. I'm gonna. You know what? Just because. Oh, that's a shame. On the bright side, like, this, I don't know if everyone else feels this way, but the thing I like about Spotlight Hours is you don't. They feel optional. There's no shiny boost. There's bonuses if you can play, but nothing too major if you don't play. You never really feel like you're missing out too much. At least that's the feeling I get going through them. So yeah, I can't remember last time I done Dynamax Adventure, so it'll be nice to dust the dust off this. I'm impressed that there's still people online playing this. But then again, it's like, damn! Oh my god, we could have had the best ice attacker in this adventure, but apparently people weren't looking ahead or have some other idea because we freaking didn't go down the path to the ice Pokemon. Not sure why. Don't know if we'll ever know. But take it or leave it, I suppose. At least I got an effective move for handling this guy. I guess now maybe they're afraid of the water weakness or the ice weakness, but I don't know. I feel like if you have like the weakness to worry about, you just go for it. Yeah. The randomizer is coming along fairly nicely. It is nice to finally like get into a GameCube game again, because like there's just a thing with RPGs in general that even if I really love them, it's so hard for me to get into them because of just the long-term commitment that RPGs have. Like, so it's nice to revisit an array region game, if nothing else. And like I expected, the randomizer kind of is giving like a fun twist to it all. Oh, hold on one sec. So for a bit of fun experience, I'm kind of a little worried if people are actually enjoying it, because it feels like I've only done 2 streams with it. It kind of feels like people were more interested in Let's Go Eevee than they were Coliseum, even with the randomizer gimmick. But again, I guess only 2 streams, so maybe like there's something more to it that maybe just the timing's been a bit unfortunate. And I guess the other problem is just I'm so hard for me to actually have a consistent streaming schedule. The Saturday night thing's the closest thing I've got, and wasn't able to do it the first week of the Coliseum randomizer just out of the factor of I'm not streaming when the TRG Coliseum was going on, because that's what I'm going to be watching anyways, and plus, like, might as well host it on the channel if I'm going to be watching anyways, because charity. Nah, either way though. Kind of not sure what to talk about because the only thing that comes to mind is work, and that's kind of a little personal. You know, and I'm not quite sure how much I want the less personal things they're coming about. I'm not sure how topical they would get. But it's kind of nice how, like, minus like a couple random days like today, I do feel like things have been a bit better overall than they used to be. So that's good enough itself. And I have actually been feeling pretty good about just how much progress I've been making on the editing side in editing Coliseum Randomizer. Like, wasn't so sure when I realized that it would be well worth the effort to actually edit the VODs this time. I was a little worried it would, like, take away from things too much, and I mean it has, but oh, I just noticed that this is freaking cropped out. I can do something about that. Alright. You know, I'm the only one with an ice type, so I feel like I'm the one that shouldn't be switching the least. This is the problem with doing this with randos, though. Kind of just feels like sometimes, often, that there's no chemistry. It's a combination of no chemistry and just feeling like everyone's making poor choices. Big brain strategy. Yeah, like, what was the heck of going this path? Like, there's nothing here that's of any use. No. Here we go. I was wondering where all the Rattata spawns were. Maybe there's like maybe like the ghost dragons down this one, and that's what they're thinking. I don't know. This is... It's crazy for me to try to get into the head of random people on the internet in this game. Ghost deal. Why did we go this way again? Like, I can't do anything, they can't do anything, and there's nothing that this Doublade's gonna have that's gonna help us against the boss. So I guess it's gonna be one of those types of adventures. Never play Sword and Shield. I don't blame you. Honestly, if it wasn't for this game mode, I probably wouldn't have picked up Sword and Shield myself. I've probably had this game for several months now, and I'm not even halfway through the gym challenge, because pretty much the first thing I did was go to Crown Tundra, make my way to this, and pretty much not left there since. Like, maybe there was 1 or 2 times I did a gym on my own, but if we were to, like, calculate all the time I've had spent in this game, majority of it probably be in the Crown Tundra, and the majority of that time probably be just in this game mode. It was kind of fun when it first came out and, like, everyone was streaming it, and you could, like, hop into people's chats. There's actually, like, a couple times I was on other people's streams and did it with them, and it was quite fun. One of them even had a voice chat, and I'm not usually, like, voice chat type of person, but it was fun to just get in there, listen, and there's no pressure to, like, talk more than just beyond strategizing, so I felt like I could do it at my own pace, which really helps with the whole easing me into that sort of socialization and effect. And my favorite Rattata type. I feel like I've done that joke so often, like it's not even old anymore. Oh, I wonder who the attack was super effective move. Could it have possibly been the ice type that kept warning you all about going this way in the first place? Nah, why would it be that? I mean, the good news is just like doing this particular spotlight hour from home. Like, even with the instance, I'm not getting as much stuff as I wanted, so at least like I can evolve stuff without feeling like I'm completely wasting the time. That could be like shiny checking and all that. Alright. In the Premier Ball with you. It's kind of like Rattata is one of those many shinies that like been out forever, they still don't have. And yeah, from what you've seen, it does look like a good idea. And I can agree to it. You know what it is, it's just the fact that, like, this is a close... And it's gonna sound sad to say, oh no, I frickin'... I misclicked. I didn't mean to... Now we're gonna, like, get completely screwed. But I don't even feel mad at myself, because, like, if we went the right path from the beginning, we could have at least had an ice type. But like I was saying, it's the fact that this is the closest we've ever gotten to having a Pokemon MMO. It's just like, it's got the roguelike elements with the whole factor of constantly being able to swap between. Or like just the fact that it's slightly different every time you play. There's a little bit of strategy to it, and the co-op comes into play, just like everyone coordinating things together, which is fun to have to try to do with completely random people. And by fun, I mean good content. Alright. I think out of everyone here, I'm the only one with fighting type moves, so I guess it's a blessing in disguise that I had that misclick. Maybe Kingston will have like Super Ice Punch or something silly like that, and won't be able to make a comeback. I doubt it, but I'm humoring myself with possibilities to amend for my mistakes. The only problem is, like, it's hard to justify getting this game just for that mode, and yet, from my personal experience, this mode is like the only reason to get the game. Because, like, it's $60 for Sword and Shield still, because Pokemon. The DLC is $30 each. But, like, online these days you can get a bundle that pretty much gives you all the DLC and the game for $90, so, like, I just got that package because, like, it's gonna be the same cost to me if I just buy the game and then buy the Crown Tundra mode versus if I get that bundle. Plus, I did dabble in the other DLC every now and then, and it's not too bad. I feel like when it first came out, people treated it a lot more harshly than it actually was. I still prefer this, but I mean, I haven't even gone through any lore in Crown Tundra yet. I basically did just play up to the point where this was unlocked, and that was it. Yeah, this pardon me while I hydrate. We'll see how it goes, but it depends on, like, just how amazing Double Evolution experience is. But I feel very close to getting enough experience for the next level, so we'll see if we, like, I doubt we're actually going to get that in this time frame, but we can see if we can get how much closer we get at the end of all of it. Because I still have a lot to do with the missions in and of itself. before we actually get... Before I can actually get on to the next level? Like... No, I can probably just show you real quick. Level 46. Gets to level 47. Yeah, the deeper into this you go, the more daunting these tasks get. So don't get too intimidated. Because probably by the time you get to this level, it won't be so bad. Win 30 raids using a team of all unique Pokemon species, so no duplicates within a raid battle. Win a 3-star raid with only Pokemon with 1500 CP or less. This one seems a little daunting, but I feel like you can do it with a friend. So like if you find like a Pokemon that's... If you find a Pokemon that has a double weakness, and then you just team up together to actually take it down, then I imagine that wouldn't be too bad. And the tricky part for me is more so just doing the raids and remembering to have a team of all unique Pokemon. Having a team of all unique Pokemon and being a raid isn't the hard part, it's just remembering to do it and raiding, because like I've become a lot more casual of a raider in Pokemon Go for a while. It's just kind of like I want to lean more on the casual, free to play style. There just hasn't been anything that really makes me want to burn all the raid passes in a hot minute. Alright, if I'm not mistaken, it's about time. Nice little heal before we get into depth of things. All the more appreciated. Let's see how much we have our butt handed to us, because we have 0 ice types. I forget exactly what Guzzler's typing is, but I get the feeling that it's double weak to ice. No, actually I think it's Ghost Dragon, so... No, it must be Dark Dragon, because otherwise, why would Sacred Sword work? Alright, so I don't have a Dynamax yet. This might be a little risky, but I'm going to try to go for the attack boost first, and then just spam my Sacred Swords. We'll see how well it goes. Alright. Meanwhile, I'm going to just see if I can sneak in a couple more evolutions before my next instance spawns. It's kind of funny, I'm not even looking at the IVs of these Rattatas. I got so much Rattata candy that I could just like evolve them all and then sort out which ones are actually worth keeping after the event. So I got my Swords Dance off and I haven't fainted yet. That's a good start. That's fairly assuring in of itself. I'm actually kind of impressed how everyone has an option for this Pokemon, despite the whole factor that we only knew that it was Dragon and everyone passed up on the Ice types. You slow down and roll passes, then 2 or 3 of the last few raid bosses. And yeah, like if you're gonna slow down the raid bosses, it's definitely a good one to do. So I was actually surprised how many people were going after Xerneas. It does look cool, I do give you that, but it's if you look at it purely mechanically, it's kind of underwhelming. It's a pure fairy type, but it doesn't have any very quick move, and it's got a weird set of charge moves. So like, you can't really use it for raiding because you don't got the double same type attack bonus. I don't think it. I haven't looked at it in PvP too often, but I don't really see that working in anyone's favor anytime soon. And at least with the Yveltal, it's got double dark. I have to like look into like how well it is. It actually has double flying too, and I forget like how good its moves are, because one, flying is not really a typing that you use. Usually, like if you have it in a situation where you can use a flying type in a raid, you usually have like other types that counter the same exact Pokemon and just tend to do better because they just tend to have better flying types. Plus, it's hard to beat Sky Attack Moltres. there's that too. And I'm actually really impressed that like no one took this Dynamax the whole time. I was actually able to get an attack boost and then go for Dynamax. Oh, that worked out. But then again, I just remembered that my fighting Dynamax super move, whatever it's called, boosts your attack anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter too much, minus the factor that I couldn't actually go ahead and Dynamax quite yet. I was gonna say, man, Rattata is really taking a sweet time to get over here. If I'm not, I got a good feeling that like this Max Knuckle will be enough to take it out. Yeah, the Yveltal's a cool design too. Like, I think I went with Y and not X. It's been a while since I've done the game. I actually don't remember why. Because I do, if I recall correctly, I do think, like, picking between the two, I think I like the way Xerneas is, but Yveltal's a really cool design too. Let's see. Ooh, you know what I was just about to say? I'm impressed that we've gone so far without dying or fainting and almost had a whole team sweep. Thankfully, this turn is gonna go down and we won't have to worry about it anymore. Right? This is the part where I panic. It's not a Dynamax adventure unless you have one set of panics. Okay. But I'm not fainted, and I have the super effective move. I think that's what matters the most right now. Good game, and goodbye. Not bad for a first Dynamax, especially considering it felt like nothing really worked to my advantage there. Not sure why I decided to bring the chat into all of this. Also, I thought I got rid of that setting up icon. We've been done setting up for about like half an hour at this point. Now for the moment of truth, if any of these decide to sparkle. No. Just a quick double check. Not too surprised. I feel like considering I did actually get a shiny from Dynamax Adventure, that we're overdue for. We still got a long way to go before we can next question the RNG. Oh, excuse me. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to use any of these, but I don't think I've taken his King X-Con in a while. So I'm just going to go with that. Alright, I think we can even squeeze in another one in before the end of the spotlight hour. Now, it doesn't matter if I want to. No, I'm just gonna go all random tonight because it's been a little bit since. Usually I just pick one. Oh, that's not great. Lonely screen. I was gonna say you're not allowed to say that you're still mirroring. This is clearly not being mirrored. There we go. Now we just gotta find a fourth person. They just gotta hit the A button. There we go. All simple stuff to do. What to go for? I'm tempted to go for Clefairy just because I like to run the support teams. Or I like to run the support mons. Even though it's not really the optimal way to go. But if I don't know what the Pokemon is, I like trying... I'm the type of person that if I were to play an MMO that actually had classes like Final Fantasy 14 or that, I'd probably go the White Mage. I just feel like I would be the type of person that leans towards the healer. Alright, what do we have on the front there? Grass? So... let's stay away from the right path as much as possible. Because it doesn't seem like there's anything good down there. No more Rattatas, really. Of course, just for her to sound Rattata, like, of course, what's gonna pop up right when I hit the evolve button and have to sit for that animation. Alright. So, don't forget my roll. This heals, this lowers attack. I would go for Reflect, but I don't think Indeedee would really be a Pokemon that I'm actually going to run into adding physical moves with. We'll see though. I kind of get the feeling that I feel good enough in our team that we can just sweep the whole thing real quick and be none the wiser. Actually, I think I've gone for enough Dynamax Adventures to know that this Flareon has Shadow Ball, so I get why they did that now. And I feel pretty confident of what it's going to lead to. But I guess before I like evolving more Rattatas, I should probably like... do I still have the evolution fodder folder? Because I should probably go through some of these. I think a part of the reason why I was hesitant to evolve them before was like I wanted to save it for a rainy day. Let's get this up real quick and double check. How good is my Sewaddle? Oh, that's a pretty good Sewaddle. So I think I wouldn't mind evolving it up all the way just for the novelty. Well, shout out to whoever did the hypnosis, because definitely made things a lot less to worry about. Not sure if we needed it, but it's nice to know that it's there. Plus it gives the Flareon some time to actually get set up. Man, because I stopped caring about the Pokédex for a while, there's actually a lot of Pokemon that I could evolve for the Dex and go, but haven't. And Levani's actually like a Pokemon that I have a soft spot for. Like, I don't remember if I actually used it in a black and white playthrough, but it's a Pokemon that I always would want to. Okay, please someone else take the Ghost type. I didn't want to give up the Clefairy that soon, but actually, what do we have going on that would actually... I forgot the type that we were going after already. Grass. So I guess there was no reason to take it. Because we're going to go for a fire type this time and get that out of the way. Right, team? Right? Mm-hmm. Got a little concerned there, but looks like this team of Randalls is thinking on the same wavelength of me. More so than the last wave, I suppose. Be the best way to put it. Yeah, I wonder how long I can take this Clefairy through, because, like, his whole gimmick set has that ability that, like, boosts everyone's defense or something. That's the only reason, like, it's a pre-evolved Pokemon that I would actually go for in this game mode. And you know what? I know Poochyon's not exactly a cheap one, but it's there. And let's see if Reflect does anything good. Like, Torkoal tends to have some physical moves. I forget if it's more physical or specially oriented, but I definitely know, like, when I've seen or used Torkoals, they like to have Body Slam at the very least. So, it's worth fiddling around with. Right. Pardon me, I'm gonna blame the like, just getting done with dinner for all that. Another tat? Another tat us. You know that that technically the plural for any Pokemon is also the singular for any Pokemon? It's like those animals, honestly, that I'm blinking out on. I guess maybe would Moose be one? Would Moose be one? Because I'm pretty sure you don't say Meese. The sad thing is that I swear I knew that one time, but it's definitely not coming to mind at the moment. Alright, so Reflects up. Oh, that's right, I have a move that heals. I should use it. Okay, maybe I'll get lucky and go faster into the Torkoal and actually be able to get this Life Dew out before everyone faints. Because for someone that claimed that they were going to play support, I feel like I'm not doing a great job of being support. There we go. At least I think everyone's taking damage at this point, so that minus like putting the Haunter being in a scary low HP range, that is probably the most optimal time to do it. That said, I might be stuck with the nurse duty a little bit longer, because Haunter is not going to heal itself up. Alright. Let's see. About 40 minutes for the Spotlight Hour. It's been forever. It feels like it's been forever since they've actually gotten a shiny in Spotlight Hour itself. So, not sure if it means we're overdue for a shiny or if something else is going to come along down the line. Because at least I got a shiny that was eluding me for a long period of time in the last event. Like the two that I was like, that were like secret shiny goals for this event were Jigglypuff and Clefairy. I guess we finally got a green eyes Jigglypuff. Yeah. So that was pretty nice. I think I'm just going to be spamming Life Dew for the rest of this. It's not like I'm really got any moves that's really going to do a lot of damage. And like getting Haunter out of dying range probably be cool too. Use for the next Pokemon. Alright. Now, this would be the point if I was actually playing with other people, if we would start talking about who is actually going to take the Torkoal. Because I don't know. If no one else takes it, then it's probably a good time for me to take it. But at the same time, if someone else wants it, I don't mind running the Clefairy for another few rounds of Pokemon. And that's like why I really miss like playing this mode. Even if not with friends, then like with people that can share a chat room with, even if it's just like a keyboard chat room. It's a fairly good social bonding experience. And of course it's got like the worst fire type moves of the bunch. But people are interested in it, so I guess I'll just run the Clefairy a little bit longer. I guess technically I have a fire type move, I just remembered that. Not sure if it's actually gonna be strong or optimal at anything. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not going for the lottery, especially because with that realization I do technically have a fire type move. Wouldn't have been the worst idea if the Lycanroc took it. Alright, we could go for berries to put ourselves up, or I don't know. I know it was part ground, but I also saw that it was psychic type, so I was kind of thinking maybe like it'd be a poison grass type that we come across. Actually, I just remembered they're all legendaries, and I don't think there's a poison psychic. There's definitely not a poison grass legendary. Normal to noon, though. Kind of a shame we didn't come across a backpacker in either of these runs. Though these runs also have been like kind of short, so maybe we actually be able to squeeze in one more before the spotlight hour ends. Let's see. Like I said, I probably should save my PowerPoints for a little later on. Actually, and this would, if I'm gonna use a reflect at any of these battles, this would be the one to do so. Can't believe I almost blinked over that. So, gotta remember that I kind of put myself in a support role, so I should like be doing nothing else besides reflect and maybe reflect and life do, unless it really comes up in a situation where I can actually get super effective damage off something else. Alright, let me see if I can sneak one more evolution in before the next one comes around. Bit of a shame because I'm feeling a bit more into the action of streaming now. It's just that there's not too much action to actually commentate over. Yeah, no. Don't need to do that twice. But would it be a waste of time to go for the life do now? I mean, just in case, and if everyone's happy and healthy after the next one, maybe then would be a good time to hop on over, like try to get some chip damage in so we can get this thing down quicker. Hopefully no one minds like the play-by-play in my brain. Because story time isn't exactly rolling out in my head otherwise. And it probably would have been nice to actually get out to walk today. Because I didn't quite have the time. Usually, like, ever since I started working from home, usually the best time during the week for me to go out walking is actually for like 20 minutes before work. But then there's like times when like it drags on. Yeah, I want to save my PowerPoints for the actual boss. So Magical Leaf it is, even though it's going to do Dilly Squat. As I was saying, like, usually like I can sneak on over to a park for like 20 minutes or so, then like drive back home and punch into the office and that. But then there's like, the problem with that is if I like either sleep in or feel way too groggy in the morning to actually get myself through the morning routine beforehand, then like it ends up a day like today where I just get stuck at home because by the time I get to a place to walk, I barely have any time to walk before having to come back home to get to work. So I was kind of like, part of it I was thinking like maybe I just go ahead and go for a walk after work. But I was kind of like but like I was bouncing between doing this or doing the walk pretty much all day. Obviously, I think you know what I ended up going with. And here we are. I guess I could like sneak it. I guess I might be able to sneak a drive after work. But the problem is like once it gets like this late into the day, I like to just stay home and work on either chill or work on other things. Probably got enough to evolve this Panchan up, but doing this by catching them all day. Yeah, I can. But don't even got enough candies to evolve. I don't have any others to swap my buddy with and actually get them ready to evolve. Because like I said, I wasn't going too crazy with the raids. Like, I was just thinking, I wasn't even going to use any remote raids in the group to actually try to get a Pancham, but like several weeks of the event gone by and I did not see a single Pancham in the one race. Didn't see a single Galarian Ponia either. But it's not exactly like the game's fault, it's more so just like the areas I've been playing, especially during the week, were rural areas. So kind of makes sense that like they only had like a couple gyms, so it makes sense I didn't see them too often. Anyone else want to take this? I guess I'm running support Clefairy this whole time. But yeah, like with Community Day, like I was talking about on the podcast, I was like out. I was out in the more populated area for like 3 hours of it, but I had the game on technically all the way to the end because I like may have stopped a little closer to home for like the last minute of it or so, or the last hour of it or so. So all that was done, and hypothetically, like 3 to 6 hours, gyms could have popped up, and I didn't see either of those two that whole 3 to 6 hours of the event. So I mean that was a little surprising, but I probably did just get unlucky. Nope. Save your Dynamax. You got better powerhouses on your side. Your team needs you to play support. You're not intended to be the powerhouse of the group. I mean, like, it's an Ultra Beast, so I get the feeling we're gonna be just fine. Beautiful. That was just poetic. And I was just thinking about wasting everyone's time with a super huge animation of Clefairy getting big, and all of this and all that. But instead, Flareon just one-shotted the thing. And yeah, Archie, I'm looking forward to Gibble Day 2. I actually have special plans set aside for it. I got the day afterwards, the Monday off. So I would have no regrets just being out all day Sunday. And I'm gonna like, I'm gonna go somewhere that I haven't gone to in like 2 years for, you know, the way the world was. Because I'm fully vaccinated now, so I feel a lot more comfortable going to the place. I'm still gonna like take things safely, and it's gonna be outside the whole time frame. But the vaccinations are just like giving me enough confidence to actually go out there for real and stay out there. So I'm gonna get at least a solid 4 to 5 to 6 hours of Gibble grinding. I don't know if I'll actually like be able to like stay out there and actually trade with people. I think that's the other thing about the place. Like I haven't really had too many opportunities to actually play with people in person for a good long time. And I think Gibble Community Day is going to be a good opportunity for that. So yeah, there's several reasons I'm looking forward to it. And there's only like 10 minutes. But I think I can sneak one more in. I didn't mean to like choose Ho-Ho, but I guess it'd be like we got to end off on a boss. But it's kind of more of a casual day, so I'm not really feeling up to being all Zygarde super boss levels of excitement. I am still connected to the internet, right? Yeah. We'll try that again. Random might be the way I have to go if no one else is online. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm really curious to see what they do for the Community Day move. And I think I mentioned in social, I was meaning to make a podcast about it, but never got around to doing it. And I have to like, I kind of forgot a lot of the points that would make it like a whole ramble that is actually worth a full podcast. But if nothing else, I'm just excited that they freaking gave us advance notice on Community Day. Like, they announced Gibble Community Day before Swabble Community Day even started. Which, I think it is the first weekend of the month, so it's not as much of an advance notice as it may seem. But it's been a long time since they've given us multiple Community Day dates in advance. And that alone's making me look forward to it. Alright. Nothing too amazing quite yet. At least all things good for Ho-Ho. But... oh, it's a rock ice type. I was just thinking, ice is bad because Ho-Ho is fire. But it's got that rock move. Aurora's is just really... Aurora's is pretty good. So you never really want to like pass down the opportunity to get it if you have it. Can we get a couple more rock types to round this out? Nope. Alright, let me see what I can get. What the heck is this thing? It's so big you think I recognize it right away. But I don't. There is some water types and electric types down here, so I'm gonna go that way anyways. Just hope for the best, I suppose. I actually think they announced Gibble Community early because they were hatching from 7-kilometer eggs. Oh, it's the elephant. It's kind of funny that from this angle it looks like a singular wall just because of how tall it is. I don't know if that's really like... I think like part of the reason they announced in advance was because they knew how hype Gibble would be. And maybe they were concerned about... okay, you're not part ground, otherwise Thunder would be not effective. I think like just the fact that it was Gibble Community Day gave them enough incentive to announce it early. Especially like, I wouldn't say Swab Community Day was bad, but it felt underwhelming to me for first impression when it was leaked. Mind you, when I actually did Swab Community Day, I really enjoyed it, especially considering I was out the whole 6 hours, when typically like I'm usually out for 3. Sometimes I like spend 3 hours out and then like come back 3 hours to do a live stream. But especially lately, I just like spend like 3 to 4 hours, depending like how the community day is, and then just chill. But like, there's just something about this community day that really just gave the vibe and just the energy and motivation to just keep going the entire time frame. Right. So, paralyzation isn't much, but it's better than nothing. I'm surprised Thunder is neutral. Probably because it's part steel. And like, even though it looks like a ground type to me, but it's probably not part steel or part ground. Yes. My favorite thing to get on possibly the last instance of the community of the Spotlight Hour. This is why like it's typically better to like do this like going out and walking if you're actually not okay. There we go. Wasn't sure for a second there. I thought like the capture card wasn't gonna be back. Should be good. Refresh if needed. Well, that was just unfortunate. It happened at the very end of everything. Actually, like, I probably shouldn't have taken the spotlight from that gloom there. Any last Rattatas? Of course, one pops on the inside right at the end. And it's not even the shiny. Wonder if I could, like, sneak in one evolution before everything goes bye-bye. Alright. Let's see if we actually have... We do have a stream. That's assuring at the very least. I think that's the spotlight hours. Any second now, all the rats are gonna go away. I guess, like, can't think of too much else to spend the rest of the time with, besides checking to see if any of them are good. No hundos. Glad to hear, Archie. I mean, if the little Merrick's taking it, then that's probably ideal, because at least I have multiple options. Alright. Since nothing's gonna go away for a little bit, probably a good time for me to like check the IVs on things. You know what? Maybe not be the most optimal Pokemon, but I'm gonna take the backpacker path. Pardon me. I was gonna say it. Gonna take the backpacker path. So we could get some items, because don't get anything that would really help us out on any of the other paths. But our teammates decided otherwise. That's the way it works sometimes, still. Yeah, like... Could have probably snuck some more evolutions in the mix. But we really did kind of go pretty far, and... didn't even have... Like, I probably gained more Rattata candy than I lost evolving the Rattatas. So, no regret with spending some of that time evolving. Especially because, like, majority of it was in between Rattata catches. Oh! Thanks for completely negating the Thunder Wave I was just about to do. Whoop. Let's see. Oh, that's right, it didn't pop up the chat, so that intermission isn't gonna show up there. I was thinking, like, wouldn't it be cool, because I'm done with the live stream anyways, that we switch to a mode that allows us to see the chat in the process, but that required me to actually plan ahead. I think if this should do the trick though. There we go. Just probably gotta find where that setting up thing is and take it off screen. What do you think they'll do for GoFest 2021? Funny you bring that up, because I have no idea. It would obviously be a good thing to speculate on, but I don't even know where to start. Minus, like, hope they do music like last year. And I don't know if they're gonna do Gibble Community Day. I don't know if they can really, like, rely on Gibble as a major gimmick anyways. So, right now, I just got no idea what they're gonna do for GoFest 2021. Like, I have to keep reminding myself that it's actually a thing that they announced and is going to be a thing in the upcoming future. Wouldn't be a bad idea for me to like sit down and like get some creative juices flowing and speculate on it though, because I've been trying to get I brought up podcasts a couple times, and I have been trying to get back in the swing of doing podcast editorials weekly. I just didn't want to, like, officially announce, hey, the podcasts are back, until I have a backlog of editorials. But ever since, like, I decided I actually start editing the Coliseum randomizer, I kind of find myself, like, having a little less time to actually edit. Plus, I was actually going to start a completely post-commentary Let's Play. I actually like got 3 episodes of it done, but even despite that, I'm kind of tempted to put it back on the back burner. Just because I want to focus editing time with the Coliseum thing. And there is something in the back of my mind I might want to do instead even. I think out of all the options, I'm the one... I feel greedy taking on the Dynamax, but I am the one that has the ×4 super effective move. At least in the midst of everyone here. So hopefully no one will get too salty about it. Plus, if I'm speculating right, this should be like a mass slaughter of the Ho-Ho. I'm not even sure why I'm bothering to IV check these little Eradicates. Like, I think there's like one Sylph League that a random person recommended a Alolan Eradicate, but I haven't seen it relevant in anything ever since. And I mean, like, I have all these... I just evolved all these Eradicates, so why not? Don't worry, I'll swap over to Gold Screen if I get anything good. But I just figured, like, for IV checking, it'd probably be for the best I have to do that off screen anyways. So far I got, like... Funny enough, this one that I thought would be worse is, like, ranked 72. I just go back to it for a little bit. See, Ho-Ho's already down to half health, so I think we got in the bag. PvP Great League 72. But now I'm just tempted to check what the ideal IV spread for Eradicate is, because I felt like it wasn't as good as the previous one. Let's see. Show the full chart. Okay, so it is all zeros, just not... It is 0 attack. Just it has a 13 defense and 14 HP. I mean, I did kind of just say out loud what the IV spread would be for this thing anyways. So, let me see if I can find this up. And I even have, like, you know, there. So, like, basically what we got here without any attack, maybe, like, put that attack into the HP and we got something good. I say see how it goes, but the raid adventure has ended. It's done and dusted. And on one hand, I'm tempted to keep going, but on the other hand, and minus the disconnect and reconnect, I guess it has basically been an hour already. So would be a fine time to, like, swap on over and share the love with someone else's spotlight hour. Just gotta double check to see if there's any shinies in the mix before we go. Does not appear to be the case. Any, like, amazing Pokemon that I think of. So we'll just go with Kupchadra. Right. Just got... kind of just want to see if DeFi is actually streaming tonight. Because if so... that would be the perfect person to raid with a Spotlight Hour themed stream. It does not. Oh no 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 no! Oh my god! I guess I'll find Ho-Ho someday. Really? Why does it default like that? Like, I'm so used to pressing no to avoid taking the legendaries. Like, why would you why would you not just keep by default? Why would you word it like, do you want me to not take away the Pokemon that you just did? Do you not want me to not throw away the Pokemon you did not just not raid? Why? Yeah, I'm sure we'll get Ho again. I can shiny hunt it. I can add it back on the list and shiny hunt it then. Oh. I'm actually kind of debating what direction I want to go for with a raid. Like, I mean, like, level up SC is raiding, and I'm sure what they're doing is fun, but because if 8-Bit Drummer's still going, that's probably what I'd be watching anyways. Yeah, I'm just gonna go off. Again, if you missed it, there's a poll. It's pinned on. It's a pinned tweet on my Twitter. If you missed the stream, currently Pokemon Coliseum Randomized is winning. The other options are that I go for the story. Start going for the story mode of Mario Party 5, and also casually speedrunning Celeste, because it's been a long time since I last played Celeste, so I wouldn't mind the excuse, like, getting back into that. See if I can, like, I don't know if I'll actually get around to, like, doing a full run, doing a full double dash run in the stream, but I wouldn't mind, like, just trying to speedrun some individual levels to try to get myself back in the practice of the game. Either way, though, take care.